Good morning, sir. Buenas. Hello, merhaba.
Merhaba, teacher.
How are you?
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to me.
How are you today, Hamza?
I'm going. I'm going great,
Okay,
teacher.
that's good.
What have you been up to?
Everything, my friend. Everything. I've been up to
How's everything?
everything is okay. I mean, we're fighting. We're fighting. It's all about fighting.
It's the same usual, teacher.
I know. I know. It's life.
It's an inevitable,
Inevitable.
inevitable.
It's funny because I had to go and pick my son up last night. I was driving home, and
Yeah.
and it was raining. It's been raining here every night. Well, just about. And I was thinking to myself, man, I thought by now I'll be over with the fighting. I'll be like just chilling. When but
Actually, we need the chilling out. Actually, right? Sometimes
but the thing is,
people need the chilling out.
I understand. But the thing is, when you live in an environment like I live in here, this is highly toxic environment. There's always something
Yeah.
going on. You know what I mean? I
Yeah. I
guess
mean.
Turkey is kind of the same way, I suppose. You have a lot of things happening in your country. You know,
Especially Istanbul. Actually, the situation is this is not same in my hometown, but
Mhm.
I can say this is the same within Istanbul because Istanbul environment is so toxic, right?
Right,
Because
right,
there are many people live in there, and there are many car and business,
right,
maybe fabric.
right.
How to say? Is that correct? Fabric?
Fabric companies.
Yeah, fabric companies.
Okay,
And
fabric industry.
fabric industry and
Mhm.
industry and as yeah, this kind of things.
Okay.
And I said I can say about this.
Hmm.
I feel you.
I understand. You see, the difference is like in Spain. Okay,
Mhm,
Spain, the people have a different mentality. In Spain, nobody like confrontation is not part of their culture now. Okay, maybe
mhm,
it used to be before, but then they had this war from 1936 to 1976. It was a dictator for 40 years named Franco, and the
mhm.
people, there were a lot of them died, disappeared. Families were tortured. People were tortured. Everything. So now people don't like confrontation. I never see anyone confronting each other in America, in Spain. Never.
Yeah.
Everyone does, keeps their mouth shut, does what they're supposed to do. But here in
Mhm.
America, every day I'm on the street, there are people fighting on the street, cars, people wanting to get out of their cars and fight with you. Everybody's carrying guns, so you don't know if somebody's going to take a gun out and shoot you for no reason. It's very a very angry society. People are so angry all
Mhm.
the time. You know what I mean? Because of
Yeah.
stress. So it kind of scares me a lot, living here because when I've gotten used to the mentality of the Spanish, and over here it's different mentality. You know?
Yeah, people usually fight to environment on life in US. Actually, the same there's same thing in Spain, but Spain people mentality is different, right? Mentalities are different, and
Mentality is different, right?
mentality is different. That's why if you want to change everything, we should start changing people mentalities, right?
Right. But it's hard to change people's mentality
Exactly.
when the people, the politicians or the people keep them in a very polarized way. When polarization means on
Mhm.
opposite ends. You have the very
Yeah.
conservative right wing and you have the left side. And the point is in between. You have people who don't care as long as they make money. You see.
Polarization is the most thing on the world, right? On earth, because
Hmm.
uh, if the people polarization, right,
Yeah,
and
people are polarized.
polarize,
Hmm.
and it cause to, right, it's lead to
Hmm.
uh, fighting people, right?
Right.
Fighting people because you are thinking different than me, and I am thinking different than you, and someone thinking different than another, and they start to polarizing each other,
Right.
and that's why people hating each other, right?
Right.
And they don't care each other,
Right.
and it caused many different bad effects,
Right.
I
Right.
think, and that's why I can I am agree with you 100% about this thought about this issue.
Right. Right. Well, you know, as you said, you know, in this
Mhm.
environment here, there's no middle ground. Like today, when I got up and I was looking at the news. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, people people are fighting whether to wear a mask or not wear a mask. Okay, I mean it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like you have one state like Georgia, they said don't wear a mask. Then you have
Mhm.
New York, you have to wear a mask. Then now, you know, before in Florida, they said don't wear a mask. You don't need to wear a mask. So now it's becoming mandatory to have a mask when you go to the supermarket. But people don't want to wear a mask when they go to the supermarket. You see what I mean? Uh,
Yeah, it's
eh,
same. It's the same you.
yeah. So it's like everybody wants to fight over something. Fight. I mean, and the situation is like really bad right now. If in Florida, oh my God, you
What
there?
happened? I am here.
Yeah, it's okay. My mom, she keeps calling me and doesn't stop
If,
calling. Ah,
mhm. If you
it's okay.
want to call,
No,
if you
I
don't
don't
want
need
to
to.
call,
I know why she's calling me, and it's not important.
okay.
But when she calls once, she calls once. She never calls one time. She calls 10 times.
I see. I see what you mean. Actually, did you see my photo? Did you my story yesterday?
I didn't see that, man. I didn't see
Did you
that.
see? I saw that you seen it. You have seen it.
I did. I did. Maybe I saw it. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I didn't. Maybe I didn't pay attention to it.
Mhm.
Not that I didn't pay attention to it.
Because
Some sometimes I get up in the morning and I go through, but then uh you know these days because I could only use my phone when I'm in
Mhm.
like the house because when I'm out in the street I don't use my data.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is understandable, right?
Yeah. Well, you know I try to save money because I don't want to end up with a big telephone bill. Let me see, Hams. I want to see your thing.
Mhm.
Let me see. Um,
Linden.
what's Linden?
Do you like drinking Linden? Do you like drinking Linden?
What's Linden? What's that? Oh,
Mm.
okay. You mean
The plant.
you were driving in the car?
No, I wasn't outside. I shared the
Edrin copy.
story.
Edrin copy. Edrin copy.
No, 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 not supposed. Not supposed. I shared the story on my account.
Which, which
In
which one? Which one?
last one, it's an active.
Oh,
There
oh,
is an
oh.
active one.
Let me see. Active one. Okay. I don't see. Let me see. Okay. Let me check. Um, I'm trying to see how I get active ones. Let me see.
Mhm.
Uh, active ones.
When you click Istanbul, right? Last one. Or
Okay.
you can you should open Istanbul
Okay.
highlights, right?
Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to go through. Um, yeah, but when let me see. Oh, Um, hmm.
I can.
You want to share it with me or something? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why I
This,
can't do it. Are
this.
you,
I can show you this.
oh, I saw. Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't. Yeah. What's that?
Excuse me.
Where are you there?
I was in Tuzla, where part of Istanbul, right? East of
Okay.
Istanbul. East of Istanbul.
Okay.
And actually, I was going to the gym as the
Uh-huh.
same usual, but a friend of mine called me, Hamza. We are going outside, right? We
Okay.
are going to the beach, and
Oh,
I want you to come with us. And
right.
I said, I have another plan. I am going to the gym. I have some weight. I need to lose weight. I wanted to say to her, but I didn't because
Oh, it was a female?
yeah,
Oh,
uh,
okay, okay.
my colleagues actually, and
Oh, okay, okay. I'm trying to
uh,
find it.
she invited me to go
Uh-huh.
to do another to go to do somewhere, and but I didn't because I went to the gym,
Right.
and this time I do not want to deny him.
I didn't want to deny him. I didn't.
I didn't want to deny him,
Right.
and that's why uh,
Oh,
yesterday I gained some kilos because I ate ice cream and fish. There's a restaurant in there, Tuzla,
okay.
and
Okay.
there are so variety. There's so varied. Uh,
Variety,
there
variety, variety.
variety of
Yeah.
fish, right?
Uh-huh.
Fish variety, or and I I ate six variety, six fish variety,
Wow.
different six
What kind of
fish
fish was
variety.
it?
Six.
I
Six.
know
I ate six kind of variety. Six kind of
fish.
uh, fish.
Oh. And what kind of fish do they sell there? What kind of fish? Is there a particular fish that I don't know.
Numberless, I think. There are numberless fish in there.
Okay. There's all kinds of fish, but
Yeah,
I don't know why I can't find this.
numerous.
I'm gonna look for it. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure it'll come up again. That's weird. I see everything, but I don't see the stories. I see
Wow.
usually I always see the stories, but anyway, I'll look for it. I'll
Did
see.
you block it? Did you block me?
I'm sorry, why would I block you? I wouldn't do that. Never.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't block anybody actually. When I first started Instagram, I was like, oh my gosh, man, I have to like get more likes, more people like followers and everything. And then you know what? I noticed that I would go like 300-400 followers, and then it would come right back down, like 2 days,
Wow.
3 days later.
I think
Oh
it's
shit,
better.
what's that about? So I decided I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna bother with that. I don't even worry about people like. I mean, well, of course, I like the people like my photos, but what I'm saying is, I
Mhm.
don't bother with like how many people follow me. In fact, now I have mine in private. So
Ne güzel düşürür ha.
I don't know. I'll look for it. I'm pretty sure it'll show up next time I look.
How about your old girlfriend? Did you block them? Because when
Oh,
the people leave, we leak their. I'm sorry. When the people leave their girlfriend, they block some of them block their old girlfriend to to block, or I can say instead of uh,
to block them from having access.
huh, block them, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, to block
Yeah.
them their access. Block them. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, to block them having access.
Block them having access. Yeah,
Right.
I'm.
Right.
That's another issue, right? And did you see the topic?
Yeah,
The different
I just opened it now. Kiss.
kiss.
Yeah, that's going to be a very foreign topic now with coronavirus.
Exactly. We
You're going to have to
one.
kiss a face mask. You're gonna have to get face mask.
If you want to be safe,
Uh-huh.
you. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question. You're in the field. How would I know if I just show no symptoms? How would
Mhm.
I know unless I take a test? I wouldn't know if I've been exposed. I mean, I've been here. I was in Spain where it's like highly contagious. I was in a plane. I was like
Mhm.
Miami. I'm here.
I see.
Yeah. I don't know if along the way that I ever got the virus. I don't know, which is a good thing. This is a good thing, because I don't want to know if I got it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I understand your question. Because many people, when I was working in the hospital, many people. No, when I work in the hospital, many people ask to me, if I have a virus, but
Right.
symptoms, right? I think I
Symptoms.
said correct.
Yeah.
I have a virus,
If you're asymptomatic means you don't show any symptoms.
asymptomatic. Yeah, I know this, but it depends on the health workers' views. But if you have no symptoms, hospital don't take a test from you.
Right.
But
Right.
you might be have a virus, but
Right.
because um test test how could you say this? We say test
Test,
tools.
negative.
No, test tools, right?
Oh, test kit.
Kit. Yeah, I forget how to say in English. Okay,
Mhm.
test kits is so limited, right? And that's why governments don't take a test from everyone. Actually,
Mhm.
the governments, right,
Right.
should take a test from everybody,
Everyone. Okay.
everyone, right?
Mhm. Right.
But they first of all try to test from symptomatic people.
Mhm. Right.
I think that's reason.
Right. Yeah. Well, the thing is this, right?
Hmm.
Is that
I
I,
see.
a lot of people, like, for example, I have a friend.
Hmm.
He told me because he was doing a procedure, medical procedure. So
Hmm.
he about a month ago he went and had. Uh, in order for him to do the procedure, they needed to do a test first, the coronavirus. So he was negative. So every time he sees me, he always tells people. Like he came to my house the other day. He told my wife, "Well, I tested negative, but." If he tested negative 4 weeks ago, who's to say he doesn't have the virus now? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah.
the process
So
is
that's
going like this in Turkish actually, but you are right. For
mhm.
you are right. What are what you're saying is totally right,
Mhm.
and but uh, they cannot do tests from anyone.
Of course, of course. Well, here in the US, you could take a
Hmm.
test if you want to. You could have a
Hmm.
test, but you have to the lines to take the test. You have to, first of all, you have to be in a car because there are only like where I live. There's only two test centers,
Hmm.
and in order to get the test, you have to sit in your car for like a couple hours because you drive up, they do the test, and then they move on. This kind of stuff. So but the lines are so long that it's not worth to stay in a car to take a test for 2 3 hours. You know what I mean? So, but
Exactly.
the reason I'm asking that question is that I don't know if
Hmm.
I ever like had the virus. I don't know, which is good. I don't want to know that I had the virus. I mean, I don't want to have the symptoms to go with it, but
Hmm.
it just seems that I've just been around a lot of people now that don't have that are people in the public environment. People who meet customer service, like my friend
Hmm.
who works selling cars, for example. So
Hmm.
he's constantly meeting people coming to buy cars. and I could tell you, he showed me photographs. He's now wearing a mask, and the people are now wearing a mask. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So anyway, that's the point. So let's
Okay.
talk about the
Mhm.
kiss. The kiss.
Okay.
Kiss. Kiss.
KISS.
Okay,
Okay,
so
before the
okay, let's look at the vocabulary words. You tell me if you don't know it. Affection.
affection is I think this kind of love. I'm sorry. Okay, I found it.
Mhm.
Huh. Affection is kind of love, right? Love.
Love. Okay.
To love loving somebody, right? Having love for someone. Not actually like, for example, uh, it might be wrong. If I said wrong, please correct me.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
if I'm always gonna correct you. Don't worry. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Let's. Oh. Okay. So affection doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have affection. Doesn't
Mhm,
mean you have to have love. Okay. All right.
mhm.
You could. It doesn't mean that you have the person who you're have affection for is you're in love with that person. You know, you have a relationship, a love
In a
relationship. It,
relationship.
it could be anyone. Like for example, affection is showing someone how you feel about that person.
Mhm,
So for example, if when you see someone, a friend at work, for example,
mhm.
you know, if you give them a hug, you know, say, hello, you know, and you hug them. Now, you maybe that's not, you don't know that person, you're not in love with that person, but you're showing them affection. You
Ah,
understand?
okay.
Yeah, it's the art of showing a feeling towards someone. So, for example, let me ask you this.
Mhm,
In Spain, for example, before coronavirus, okay,
mhm.
when you met someone, it doesn't matter. I could meet you for the first time, not a man, but usually a woman.
Might be
I would,
anyone. It might be
I'm
anyone.
sorry?
It might be anyone.
Anyone.
Okay.
I meet a friend. I meet, you
Mhm,
know, let's say Hamza, you're with me. You meet me, and you have a girl with you.
mhm,
Okay. What I would do is first I give you a hug, and then the girl, I would give her a kiss. One, two. Okay.
mhm,
Because that's the custom in Spain. It doesn't matter if I just met her. I may never have seen her before. I don't know her, but I
mhm.
still give her a kiss. That's kind of the culture. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
in America, it's not like that. In America, when the custom is when you meet a man, you shake their hands,
Hmm.
and the women usually, for me, unless she extends her hand to shake, I don't extend my hand. You see what I mean? But if she
Mhm.
extends her hand, then I shake her hand. But it's not customary when you meet someone for the first time, you give them a kiss. That's not the way it is. You don't show that kind of affection. You see. Now, how
Okay.
is it? How is it in Turkey? If you met, let's say I met someone for the first time, I am with you in Istanbul,
Mhm.
and you introduce me to a friend of yours, a girl. How would I? What would be the? How could? I mean, how could I show? What is the greetings that I have to do?
It depends on the actually part of Turkey, is right? Because in the Istanbul is different, and people consider it depends on the people considers, and
Mhm.
like for example, two types people in Turkey. One of them, when you meet to someone, you should when you give a respecting I'm sorry affection, when you want to give an affection to someone, you should
Not give
say
affection. I'm sorry. When you want to show affection, show affection,
when you give a show of affection, right?
show affection. Yeah. Mhm.
When you give a show of affection to someone,
No, not when you give show affection. When you show
and
affection,
when you show affection,
or if you want to show, if you want to show affection, affection is the verb. If you want to show affection,
okay. If you
the
want
ad,
to, if you want to show affection,
exactly.
if you want to show affection to someone, you should shake his or her hands, right? Like this, as you
Okay.
know. And sometimes you should, yeah, and you continue with kiss his cheeks, right? But
Okay.
some people disturb from this situation, and
Mhm.
that's why I usually be careful people's attitude, right? Especially women. If the woman, I I expect, consider
Right.
woman's attitude,
Uh,
right? And the
right.
people, if the woman give her hands, okay,
Right.
I'll give my hands to her.
Okay.
Uh, but otherwise, I don't do anything.
Yeah. Anything. Okay. Okay. So yeah, of course, naturally. I mean, you don't want to kiss a lady and you go pow pow. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but so you see, culturally,
Yeah.
like for example, in Turkey, in the Middle Eastern countries, I see the men always kiss. They don't kiss. I guess they put their cheek to each other, right? They put their
Hmm.
cheek like this.
Mediterranean countries
No, in
in the
Middle
Middle
East,
East, huh?
yeah, like Saudi Arabia, United Emirates.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, even I see Erdogan sometimes. When he meets
Uh-huh.
someone from another country, he kisses them. Like on
Yeah,
either
man
side.
to man, it is same in Turkey. Yeah,
Right.
if you meet
Okay.
someone who is a man, yeah,
Right.
people meet their cheeks and
Right.
shake their hands.
Okay. Okay. So you see, that's not a custom in America. We don't have that custom. Men are There's a distance. There's always a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you always your hands. There's no hands. You shake hands. Now, when you're growing up, when you're a kid,
Mm-hmm.
there were people always say when you shake someone and give a firm handshake, a firm handshake. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, when you shake the hand, it's firm. Like sometimes you shake someone's hand, you feel like there's a fish. It's a dead fish. It's like, okay, like this, right? Like this. Now they say, well, you shake your hand, you must be firm. So uh, it shows manlyhood, manly, like you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah, I see. Actually, there is another thing about Turkish people. Turkish people is so warming people, right?
Right. Right.
And actually, Turkish people also like, if Turkish people even like hugging, right, each other after meeting, and
Hugging, hugging,
hugging.
hugging, hugging. To
Yeah,
hug.
to hug.
Hugging. Hugging. Right.
Hugging,
Hugging, hug,
hug,
hugging,
hugging,
hugging. There you go. Hugging. Yeah.
hugging.
Yeah. Hugging. That's the art. Not hanging. Hanging is something else. Hanging is like from,
Could you write
yeah.
this another word? Could you write another
I'm
word
gonna
for
write
me?
the word for it. Hugging. It's a very important word. Hugging. Hugging. Okay. Hugging. When you hug someone, to hug someone. Okay.
Okay,
Hug. Hugging.
hugging. Hmm.
Yeah. That's putting your arms around someone. Hugging them, making them feel warm.
Yeah,
Now, so you were saying that in Turkey, that's customary for people to hug each other, right?
exactly.
Okay.
Especially man to man.
Right.
It's so common in Turkey, man to man. They,
Okay. 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 Let me ask you this question. Like with religious women,
mm-hmm,
let's say you met someone who's wearing the hijab, all right?
mm-hmm.
She had her head covered. So obviously she's Islamic, she's Muslim, but and how, I mean, obviously you can't go and kiss them, right? Is that you have to keep a distance?
They usually they every time avoid
Uh-huh.
kissing.
Right.
Avoid after. How can I continue after avoid?
Avoid kissing. Avoid kissing.
Ing. Huh. Okay. They every time avoid kissing to man, and they keep distance from
Right.
man, uh,
Right.
because a religious man thinks that it's a ban, right?
It's bad.
It is banned
Right.
from
Okay.
the religion. That's why they usually keep from man, and they don't shake. They don't
Okay.
shake their hands.
Okay.
Maybe it might be understandable because their
Right.
opinions.
Right.
I We have to be how can I say this,
Sensitive. Sensitive.
sensitive, right?
Right.
Because if you want to if the people want to shake her hands, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's okay. I can
Right.
say about them.
Okay. Okay. So you have to have religious sensitivity, what we call religious sensitivity.
Religious sensitivity.
Reli-
Sensitivity.
Yeah. So you have to be culturally aware when you meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very important when you, like, for example, when I travel, I have to know the culture where I'm going. Because, like, for example, with the Asian people, especially the Koreans and the Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
they don't hug and kiss either. But what you do is, like the Koreans, you bow,
Mm-hmm.
you bow. You have to bow to them.
I heard over there.
Yeah, yeah. So when I used to have clients that came to my office from Korea, I bow,
I
bow.
bow.
Yeah, I bow. Now the thing is, they
I
come
like
to
Korean
my
people.
they come to my office in America, right? They would have come to my office in America. So you would expect them to adapt to my culture, not for me to adapt to their culture because they're in my country. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They,
Uh-huh.
they should adopt your cultures
Right.
because
But
they're living in there.
they're living there. If I came to Turkey now, I'm not gonna impose my American culture on people. I'm not gonna expect American. I expect them to accept my culture, my way of thinking. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be respectful of, say, the Islamic people. Their sensitivity to affection, etc. But you have to know all of these things. It's very important. There's a different kind of bow. Like the Japanese bow differently. The
Mm-hmm.
Japanese bow from here. The Koreans bow from down the waist. It's crazy stuff, man. You have to
They
know
have
some of these.
different cultures than European people, right? Actually, Turkey closer. Turkey closer than uh, closer than right.
Mhm.
Arabic and Chinese
Right.
people.
Asian,
How could you say? I'm sorry, I didn't make a sentence.
Asian people.
Uh, Turkey people. Uh,
Turkey, Turkish people,
I'm
Turkish
sorry.
people.
Turkish people
Uh-huh.
is close to
Are.
our.
Let
Uh,
me use the word people you say are. Turkish people are closer.
Turkish people are closer Europe than European people than Asian and in the Middle East people, right?
Right.
Actually, in my opinion, because uh,
Mhm.
Turkish culture between in the Middle East and European
Right.
countries,
Right.
but
Right.
I think uh, many of Turkish people prefer to be closer to Europe because actually I'll tell you these issues later because
Okay.
it's longer.
Okay. The point is, I understand what you're saying.
Hmm.
Turkish people are closer culturally
Culturally.
to Europeans than Asians. So let me write that again. Let me write it. This is very important that you understand these concepts. Turkish people are closer culturally to Europeans than Asians. Asian. Okay, Turkish people are closer culturally to Asian, Europeans than Asians. So that's very important. Okay,
Hmm.
let's move on to the next one. Adoration.
Adoration, yeah. Adoration. Actually, it had better. You told me. You told me.
Okay. All right. The feeling of truly loving someone. The dog
Mhm.
stares. Adoration, when the dog stares at its owner with adoration when she comes home from work. Okay. Now the word adoration comes from the word adorn. Adorn.
Adorn.
Adorn. Adorn. Adorn means to
Huh.
like, yeah, to really to look up to someone, to have a lot of, to like and
Admire.
admire, yeah, to respect someone, admire
Mhm.
someone, to think of someone as, so for example, the reason a dog adorns their owner,
Mhm.
because the owner gives them food, they
Mhm.
take care of them, so the dog adorns them, you
And
know
faithful.
yeah, right. Like for example, if you have a friend, a young child that they said, wow, Hamza, he's my role model. I adore him because he is such, I really look at him. He's learned English perfectly. He's working. He's got a great job. He's a great guy. I adore him. You see, respect. But it's more than respect. It's like a little bit more. But it's not
Mhm.
love like I'm in love with him. It's just they have a lot of respect and like for someone. So, like a lot of athletes, for example, Michael Jordan,
Mhm.
people adorn them. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
What's your
Yeah,
uh?
go ahead.
Who's your adorn?
Who do
Uh,
I adore?
who do you adorn?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Um, I really, I mean, not in today's day and age, it's very difficult to adorn anyone because there's not a lot of people who have the
Mhm.
standards necessary to be adorned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, it's the same for me. If you were ask me, I would not answer it, this question. It's the
Yeah.
same. I see.
But anyway,
Mhm.
all right. So let's look at the next word: grasp. Grasp.
To take hold of something, right? And for
Right.
example, um, I'm sorry. I grasping, right? I'm grasping
Mhm.
the power bank.
Okay, you're grabbing the right. You're grasping the power bank. Right.
Yeah, I'm grasping the power bank.
Right. Right. You're grasping someone's hand to shake it. You're grasping the
Hmm.
hand,
Yeah,
shake it.
like this,
Yeah.
huh?
Right, like this, like this.
Mhm.
Like that, shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or bargain. Do you know bargain? Do you know
But
this?
again,
It's
no,
I'll
no.
catch you. When you bargain people, right?
Or when you're bargaining people, when you're bargaining,
When you
bargaining.
bargaining.
Right, here you go. Excellent. Bargaining. Right. When you're bargaining with people, when you're bargaining with people. Yeah, tell me.
When you bargaining, right, with
Mhm.
people, uh, especially if the bargaining going so hard, right, so active. For example,
Right,
you said it's 70, and I said no, it's not possible below
Mhm.
that 80, and I
Right,
said 70, and you said 80. No,
right,
okay, uh, and we will find the middle of these account, these prices. Okay, let's 75. Let's 75. Let's get deal.
right,
In Turkish
right,
culture, right?
right.
And
Yeah. Now, like for example,
mhm,
in Turkey, right? People go now. Turkish people, we call it the bazaar mentality. Bazaar,
exactly,
like
yeah,
the Turkish bazaar. If I go there, we call it haggling,
haggling.
haggling, like haggling over price. So, like for example, when I go to the Turkish, let's say I go with you.
Hmm.
We go to the place, and I like something. I like this cup. Okay. I said the price is, let's say, $10. I said $8. No, no, no. Nine. No, no, no. Seven. Okay. I don't want that. I walk out and say, no, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. $8. What?
You solved
You
my
ready?
my friend. You solved the culture, right? You solved our culture. If you move there, you cannot hard living in there, living in here.
Yeah. Well, look, in my profession, I've had like Turkish. I had one time a Turkish client, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy's Shichak, I think was his name or something. Anyway, he wanted to bargain with me with everything. I said,
Mm-hmm.
look, I don't bargain my professional fees. You understand me? What I charge is what are my professional fees. If I go to your gas station and I want to buy gas from you, I'm not gonna go to you and say, look, the
Mm-hmm.
price says $2.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me for 180. You're gonna say no, the price is $2. Exactly, that's my price. $100. It's not $180. You can't bargain. See, I always tell there's certain cultures like Asian cultures, especially Pakistanis, Indians, and especially Pakistanis, Indians, and like Turkish. They always want to bargain with you. Always want to like. It's the bizarre mentality. Man.
I didn't believe it. What happens in gas station? How they try to bargain with gas station staffs?
No,
That's
but no, but
funny,
the
right?
no, the thing is, like in America here, in America, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the gas stations are owned by foreigners, like Indians,
Mm-hmm.
Pakistanis. They own the gas station. I don't know why. It's just they invest in it to get their residencies, So that's what they do. But the thing is, when they come to my office, when they used to come, they would want to bargain my fees. Mr. Adam, that's too expensive. I said, no, 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 no. This is my price. So I said, if I go to your gas station, are you going to give me a discount on my gas price? No, you're not going to do that. You see? Anyway,
Okay.
so that's okay. The last word, widespread. Widespread.
Spread of the word, right? It's so
Right,
common and it's so spread and
right.
it's knowing, right? It's known.
Exactly.
It is known.
Yeah, widespread. Okay. So let's read the article. You ready? Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. Kiss. Did you know that there are over 50 different types of kisses? They all have different meaning depending on the culture. What seems to be universal
Uh-huh.
to be universal is the fact that a kiss is the most common way of showing love, appreciation, and affection. Let's
Affection. Yeah.
talk about okay,
Mhm.
affection. Let's talk about a few types of kisses and
Mhm.
what they actually mean.
Right.
First one, a kiss on the hand. In the old days, this type of a kiss was a sign of respect or adoration. A
Mhm.
person would hold out his or her hand, and the person paying respect would grasp it
Mhm.
lightly and kiss the back of the hand. Even nowadays, in some traditional communities, there's
Com-
kisses
communities.
communities. Hmm.
Mhm.
Traditional communities, is that correct, right?
Yeah, communities. Correct.
This is a way of showing respect to your elders.
Mhm.
And
Correct.
an Eskimo kiss.
Yeah, that's it.
We
The nose.
exactly right.
Yeah.
We all know about this kiss, as you said. It
Mhm.
is one of the cutest ways to show affection to someone. You will often see a parents rubbing.
Rubbing.
Hey, I remember it. Having
Rubbing. Like
rubbing,
rubbing. This is
rubbing,
rubbing. Rubbing.
hmm.
Right.
Rubbing his her nose, right? Each other
Right.
against their child's nose, back and north.
Back. Not north. Forth. Back and forth.
Forth. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Forth means forward. Like back.
Forward.
Forth. Back and forth. This
Forth.
is back and forth. Back and forth. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
A kiss on the cheeks.
Hmm.
In some cultures, kissing a friend or relative on the cheeks is quite a common practice. Usually, this is done when meeting someone or when partying with them. The
Right.
number of kisses, however, varies from one culture to another.
Right.
It ranges from, is that correct? Huh?
Yeah, it
Ranges.
ranges. Yeah.
Okay. It ranges from only 1 to even 4 kisses.
Mm-hmm.
A kiss on the lips.
Mm-hmm. Kiss on
Uh,
the
yeah. There are numerous subcategories
Uh-huh.
of this type of a kiss. However, the message that it generally sends is
Mm-hmm.
the one of reassurance
Uh-huh.
and love. In
Right.
most cultures, this kiss is exclusively
Right.
exclusively is that
Right.
huh?
Exclusively, correct.
For romantic couples. In
Right.
some cultures, it is considered
Mm-hmm.
an inappropriate
Mm-hmm.
public display of affection.
Yeah.
However, it is still one of the most widespread way of showing someone you care about them. To
Right.
summarize, it is commonly believed that actions speak louder than words. Do you know
Act-
how could we say in Turkish?
How would you
In
say it?
cheese sheep doesn't walk with words.
Okay, okay.
Have you heard of it?
No. Say that again. What doesn't work with words?
Cheese sheep, right? Cheese
Sheep,
sheep, only
sh-
sheep,
cheese, sheep,
sheep,
sheep, the
right?
animal sheep, cheese.
On the sea, right?
Yeah.
Cheese sheep doesn't work with works.
Oh, okay. I
I think
never.
I translate. I'm translated correct. I translated correct.
Okay. Cheese ship doesn't work with. Okay. That
Yeah,
sounds good.
it means speaks louder than words, and
Right.
it is obvious that a kiss can help us express things that we sometimes cannot convey convey
Con-
convey
convey.
convey with words.
Right.
How was the pronunciation?
Good. Good. You're working on it. Sometimes you slack. Sometimes the word you don't have it perfectly, but you've corrected it. You're learning how to correct your words now. Okay. What does the meaning of a kiss depend on?
Okay, let me explain it. I'm sorry for it you.
Mhm.
I think I didn't find this. The last part of the this I could see. Where is it? Help us express things that we sometimes cannot convey with words. I think
Mhm.
it depends.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. It helps to convey something.
for
Okay.
culture,
So yeah, it
depending on
says
the
it here.
culture.
Exactly. It's a fact that a kiss is the most common way of showing love, appreciation, and affection. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question. How is the kiss on the hand given? How is it given?
It was on the a kiss on the hand, right?
Hmm?
And paying respect, right?
Right. But how is it given? Where do you kiss when you kiss in the hand?
Huh.
How
Like this, for example, back of the hand, right? Like this.
right. Right. Exactly. Now, as you know,
Uh-huh.
like in royalty, when you go and kiss the king,
Mm-hmm.
the king puts his hand out like this,
Actually, in
and you come
Turkey.
in, you bow, and you kiss the king's hand, but usually the ring,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we same
the
in our cultures.
right,
Yeah,
right,
like this. Especially there's a ring. Uh, how was the name of this?
thumb,
Thumb. There's a ring on thumb, right?
uh-huh.
And uh, kiss people kiss Lord's
Hmm.
thumb, right? Ring.
Kissing the thumb, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
our culture, it is same in our culture. We
Mhm.
kiss older people hands, back of hands,
Yeah,
right? To give a respect them.
right. Well, in British culture,
Mm-hmm.
in the old, uh, if you met a lady
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to impress her, make her feel like very warm towards you,
Mm-hmm.
you would kiss her hand. But when you kiss her hand, you never take the eyes off of her. You always keep the eye. You don't go like this. You're gonna, yeah.
Otherwise, she might be taking someone's eyes. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the thing is, today that's not a custom. It's not a custom anymore. But in the 20s and
Mhm.
30s and those times, that's how they used to show. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. All right. What kind of kiss is appropriate for friends? Which one for romantic couples?
Hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh, okay. One, I think four. Yeah. There are four uh, kind of appropriate for friend. No, 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 no. What? Which? Okay. For friends, uh, a kiss, a kiss on the cheeks, right? Third one,
Mhm.
the answer is.
Right.
And
Right.
the most romantic, the most romantic one is the last one, a kiss on the lips.
Right.
Is that correct answer?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Okay. That's a romantic kiss.
That's a romantic kiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can a kiss really express how people feel towards each other? Why do you think so?
Okay. Let me think on it. Mm. Yeah, exactly. Because kiss really express people because
Mhm.
we there's an idiom in English speaks
Mhm.
louder than works, right? Action, I think
Right.
speaks or action.
Speaks
Uh,
louder than words.
Speak louder than words, and
What it says, action speaks louder than words.
exactly, action speak louder
Mhm.
than words, and that's why I can say about
Right.
this. Um, the effect.
Okay.
Uh,
Can a kid?
mhm.
Mhm.
This is my opinion, actually. Yeah.
No. All right. Does a kiss from someone close means a lot to you? Why?
Hmm.
Does a kiss from someone close to you mean a lot to you?
Because someone might be someone wanted to give an affect wanted to show affection to me, right?
Mhm.
This
If 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 someone wanted to show affection to me, if someone wanted to show
if
affection,
someone wanted to show,
or and let's say if someone
if
wants
someone wants uh,
to show
to
affection to
show
me,
affection to me, right?
right?
And he would he he would this someone would this, and uh, I stopped myself. Anyway, yeah. And also I can say, uh, yeah, this, I cannot say anything. Uh,
Okay.
expected what I'm saying.
Okay.
Actually, I can say yes as an
Mhm.
answer about this question
Right.
because people generally people don't kiss them each other, right? Normally,
Uh huh.
you cannot you can't kiss anyone, right? When you are walking, when you
Right.
cannot kiss people who uh, you seen them, right? When you
Right.
seen them when you are
Right.
working, when you are studying, right? When you are speaking, you cannot everybody, you cannot everyone, right?
Cannot. Yeah, you can everyone. You cannot. Yeah.
If you have a
Now,
relation, if you have if you have a
relationship.
relationship and
Mhm.
you you want to show affection to her,
Right.
right? Exactly.
So like for example, um, okay, in let's say you go to a wedding
Hmm.
in like in America when you go to a wedding, have a wedding ceremony,
Hmm.
and usually in Europe too. The person would say, "Now you're man and wife. You could kiss the bride. You could kiss the bride."
Yeah, I heard of it because I'm watching American movies
Right.
every time.
Now you can kiss the bride. Now, is that a culture in Turkey? Do they do that when the people get married? They kiss the bride.
Yeah, some people
Uh-huh.
kiss bride.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, but the husband, like when they get married, it's
Hmm.
they kiss the bride. Yeah, like that. Okay.
It depends on the people, as I said. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is kissing in public acceptable in your culture? Why or why not? Is kissing in public acceptable in your culture? Why or why not?
This is not. This is because I can say, especially right east of Turkey or in the middle of Turkey, I can say as an answer not.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay.
Especially Izmir is so relaxed about this issue, right?
Okay.
Because they concentrate is so understandable,
Right.
but in Istanbul it depends because
Mhm.
I watch a news and people someone
Mhm.
wanted to kiss his girlfriend, his girlfriend, right?
Right.
But uh, anyone, anyone, how to say?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Anyone.
Huh. Uh, anyone reaction, anyone
Mhm.
reacted him. Why you are
React.
react? Why anyone reacts him, right?
Reacts to him. Everyone reacts to him.
Everyone reacts to him. Actually, I'm mentioning it past time. Can I say everyone reacted him? Right?
Everyone reacted to him. Everyone
Huh.
reacted to him.
Okay. Everyone
All
reacted to him. Why you are kissing her, right? It
right.
depends
Right.
on the place in Turkey.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Why do you think public display affection are not appropriate in some countries? Why?
Hmm. Okay. Because I how could you say this? Their culture is so different. For example, it might be about religious
Mhm.
reasons,
Right.
and
Religious.
religious, right? And it might be traditional culture. It might be
Okay.
traditional, right?
Okay.
It might be coming from past. Yeah, the most two reason actually.
Okay. So most of it has to do with religion.
Mhm.
Okay. And in what are some ways, other than kissing, what are some ways that people could? We don't have a lot of time. We're finishing it up now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can say it's an answer hugging. Yeah,
Absolutely. How good.
hugging
But this is
and
good.
high five.
Yeah. High five, high five. All right, my friend. Good talking
Thank
to
you
you.
because